Okay, we have Arcane Mage development changes, ramp, right? It works. You know, um, you know, Arcane have become a little bit more interesting throughout the Dragonflight expansion. Because in the past, Arcane would be like a kind of low key rotation spec, because you are always like bound to this, because Arcane charge rotation. Arcane charge usually would only charge from your Arcane blast, usually, right? Usually like rotate like up to 4 charges and then do like procs on Arcane missiles, or if you don't have Arcane missiles, you have like Arcane barrage. Another way around, you can build your arcane charge. If you use your arcane bomb, it is like around the melee range, or if you have your arcane orb. That's one thing. But outside that, you still are like kind of stuck to this rotation that is built on that arcane orb or arcane charge resources now. And you know, and arcane is the only one that you call you can say is the spec where you also have to manage your mana. Because what I like about arcane is because you can manage your mana as well. It's not like being like well, never mind about that one. But if you think about, okay, um, I mean, arcane Mage is definitely a worth interesting thing to take notes for what within. No, okay. Some more arcane changes hitting with the alpha today. Gonna go over them as mentioned a couple of weeks ago. Have Ghost spend. We have Ghost that all spend on all that span all mage specializations, all mage spec site. Okay. These allow you to acquire each specialization core gameplay with less talent point investment, simplify rotational complexity, provide new nodes that you can help out adapt to damage profile to better encounters demands, provide competitive choice nodes that let you out complex gameplay. I don't like this so-called simplify rotational complexity. You can say for people that like to have more simplified, it's a good thing. People who like a little bit more complexity should be always choose a choice to be followed. To make them by each individual. I prefer, for example, complexity rotational over simplify. Because it's more challenging. It's in the end it makes more fun. That my opinion. Alright, moving on. Radiance Pact. The Radiance Pact, that was the arcane covenant ability. It has been removed, let's say. Right. Arcane Mage has long the reputation of being one of the most complicated skill expressive specs in World of Warcraft. A large contributing factor to this in the way in which the Radiant Sparks asks you to optimize your rotation. Yeah. The Sparks bonus damage was substantial, so dramatically punished to you for using arcane missiles that you had to burn in a scripted fashion. Introduction of shifting power. Arcane Mage gained access to mini burns that also utilize the spark, but to optimal usage of the spell that also had to be scripted, and worse yet, your burning script was burned different to the burning script. Okay, I mean, your mini burn script was different than your big burn script. Yeah, I mean, Radiance Spark was a thing that you have to you had to use when you have this procs on your awesome arcane missiles, or you use it on your burnout script, burnout phase. Basically, you cast the Radiant Spark, you cast your Arcane Search, right? You basically cool down and then you just burn it through and then casted Radiance back, and then casted the missiles back, missiles while you're having burning phase, and then while the Radiance back is inactive. Closing with the Arcane Barrage and isn't Fire Blast and so on, whatever. Anyways, moving on. All of that to say, if you don't think that the second challenge of Arcane should be memorizing of a large conscript. Again, Arcane's burn gameplay should support and enhanced by the mechanics and talents you have, not to prevent them. You feel confident that the removal of Spark in its current fashion is the right path forward to achieve that goal. The soul of Radiant Spark will live on, however, through a new talent called Mage Spark. Mage Spark accomplishes a similar goal to Radiant Spark and making touch with Mage a more exciting moment, but now it rewards you for utilizing for each of your core rotational spells. Oh yeah, that's good. Not just one single rotation spell, right? But multiple, right? That's good. Because, as I said, Arcane Mage are really built on this called Arcane charge resource meta. And it's always a little bit of dull experience if you used to have the same spell, same rotation wise. You have to use to execute each time just to make this work, And it's like, where is the fun in there? Because everyone does this. Every player that plays the mage with the Arcane spec does would do the usual same thing. There would be no literally a different change of gameplay mechanics isn't there. So yeah, it's a little bit fatigue on that one. That's for I hope it's gonna be something good. Okay, we are interested in preserving accuracy as a skill specialization, but also must recognize that there is considerable population of arcane mages who engage with specs for its visual identity and fantasy. Right? Less for the challenging gameplay, as Arcane Mage currently stands, it does not support simpler playstyles, and thus, less informed Arcane Mage will produce very limiting results. I actually prefer if there's a balance between the simpler playstyles and the complexity, the challenging gameplay style. I think there should be still the trademark, the identity preserved. No, if the player chooses to play in a more simpler playstyle, be it. But if the player wishes, a more of a challenging, harder gameplay style, let it be as well. No, because in this case, this is a RPG, right? And I think mages are meant to be like. If you think about a mage now, what is a mage? Mage is a caster with all this type of elements, magic types, and in order to be to express your own gameplay on your mage, should be able to be configured the way you like to have it. From a simple low-key rotation spec up to like middle core, up to a complexity less passive, more active abilities that's there, and and each is on each's own wishes, right, or desire you may express. So other than that, similar to the other trees across the game, the K-Mage tree is getting some choice nodes and supporting talents that are meant to provide meaningful throughput while offsetting some of the specs inherent complexity and maybe letting you remove a button or two of your action bars along the way. This is also should be a player-based decision, not a game-made decision thing. I like to have a little more action button than less, because I like to have a little more of a challenging part than of a simple part. No, that's why I like the Fire Mage. For example, no, here's for example for Fire Mage, we plan on turning the more challenging talent to be most competitive choices, but we will be making sure the gap between the complex talent and the simple talent and its simpler alternative is small enough that you don't feel like you are making a huge mistake by opting out of the complexity. Yeah, okay, or vice versa, right? Yeah, I hope so. Okay, now next changes. The arcane missiles damage. Excitement was equal to balance, so its accessibility. Arcane missiles ever became too powerful, it would dominate Arcane's rotation and become its highest priority in all situations. By restricting access to Arcane missiles only when you have Clearcasting, it enables you as to increase its damage and expand its range of effects in a more healthy way without compromising the rest of the rotation. Now the Arcane missiles again. I like the way Arcane missiles is a not always as a proc ability. No. I like to use Arcane missiles as a small starting of a cast. No, because what is what does Arcane missiles benefit from? You know, or what makes them so great? Because Arcane missiles is not a casting type of ability, but it's like a channeling, right? And because of the way arcane missiles are working now, or works, you can cast it as you would go, actually, You don't have to wait for your arcane blast to cast, for a couple of seconds. With arcane missiles, you just, boom, 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 as like a filler, and then off you go, And you can also trigger with the arcane missiles the Clearcasting proc, right? You can eventually then from go for like the basic arcane missiles to the proc version of arcane missiles. No, it's okay. And then and arcane missiles is the only ability when you have the proc of Clearcasting. You can actually move while executing this ability, right? So I like the arcane missiles to be more again on the balancing side between you know not always be bound onto one or two rotation type of situations, no, but a multiple, be it like a starting point, be it a finisher point, be it a middle filler, no, or anything like this. Okay, next, clear casting effects. We observe that there are more frustrations around effects at key in consuming the clear casting, since there can be really long streaks where players won't get a proc. Yeah, sometimes you don't you cast so much of your what you call arcane blast, no, and you're hoping to get a proc, right? But you don't get a proc, and then because of that, you are forced to use your arcane barrage. That would usually reset or use all your arcane charge resource, no, and then you would need to restart casting the arcane barrage, arcane blast, right? And sometimes when you're in the middle of casting the arcane blast, and you have like about two arcane charges, and then you get this called the clear casting proc, and then you actually either ignore that and you cast it to you have again 4 charges of arcane charges, no, but the arcane charges do not affect anymore the damage output for the arcane missiles. So basically, whenever you have the arcane missiles procs for your clear casting, right, while you are interverse with let's say 2 arcane charges from your arcane blast, you will you may either consider using the arcane measures in between, and then once you have consumed the clearcasting, you remove you going back with the what's called with the arcane blast, and then you fill up the other two arcane charges from 2 to 4, right? Then you have your luck, you have the clear casting again with the third or fourth arcane charge, where that allows you to cast the arcane missiles again with the higher damage and the faster projectile speed, right? And then obviously sometimes it doesn't do, and sometimes even though you have again full charge of arcane charge now with by your arcane blast now, and this still doesn't trigger the clear casting procs, and you are kind of again forced to use your arcane barrage in order to proceed on and then recast arcane blast again in order to build up your arcane charge, and then hopefully to getting the clear casting procs so you can cast your arcane missiles, and with finishing the arcane barrage afterwards, right? Yeah, okay. Watching this discussion on this effect and are being sensitive to the frustration these effects might cause. Sound Fury and Spellslinger both grant increased access to the clearcasting, which should smooth out the rate which you receive clearcasting and grow on some frustration, but if this ends up being a large point of frustration, expect us to take action on it. Oh yeah, but be at ease, I'll provide myself that if you allow me to gain access to it. I feel like the clear casting could have a much broader aspect of your functionality and effects, not just being that the clear casting is bound to the arcane missiles procs rotational. If it would be me now, I would actually use or expand the clear casting procs on multiple ways, not just bound by the missiles. I would actually use the clear casting, would also affect, for example, could affect the procs for another arcane orb or another arcane it's called Nether Tempest. Nether Tempest code, right? You put the dot damage on the target and does the single to multiple damage around within 10 yards, right? So I would suggest, or I would recommend also to actually add the Nether Tempest, for example, also into your clear casting proc rotation, because, for example, procs then immediately the 4 SF would be like 4 stacked of the arcane charge, Nether Tempest, on the right effect, So, yeah. Otherwise, you would have this so-called clear casting, again, based only on the arcane missiles procs rotation, right? So I might suggest, if you're listening, have it try to expand the clear casting proc into multiple arsenal what it could work with, not just with arcane missiles, and this and there, and yeah. Alright, let's move on to complexity. Increasing approachability of Arcane Mage was the big pillar of this talent tree redesign. We hope that those of you who have been intimidated by Arcane's complexity in the past will give the specs another shot once you have access to these changes. As you gather feedback, continue rotate the changes. Keep in mind that our goal is to move forward the skill expression of the Arcane Mage into line various buffs and effects preparation for your burn. Mastering the new talents and effects, ensuring you're managing these in proper fashion. Best utilize them during the March of the Magi. Will be a difference in practice between good and great Arcane Mages. Accept future changes. Expect for future changes to support this fusion. And thanks. And yeah, I mean, I can say let's check on the way the talent looks like then. Yeah. So as you can see, the mage talent, yeah, the very basic mage talent, it's like almost the same, except you know, the very last bottom with the time only of the what's called level 70 to no level 70 what you call it roll, right? The thing with the time warp has been removed. The remaining just with the time anomaly, right? Anything else? I see the same things are still in place. Yeah. So the same. On the other hand, the Arcane spec build 3 has been changed actually dramatically. Now, if you compare to the live, sure you can see the difference, right? So basically here, the temporal warp has been removed. This is remaining, right? The whole other things also remain in that section. Then you have here in the Arcane 3, for example, you have now the first the rate changes starting from this second row. The let's say it's called reverberate, that has been removed, I think, or a little bit. The middle thing is the middle knot is gone by just leaving out the Arcane Orb and native position. As you native position was here moved up to the top here. This is no more, I see. Yes. Then this thing has been moved to the right side. Right, yeah. Basically the Arcane spec 3 looks a bit different again. So you have here, the middle is gone, right? The Arcane temple is now on the right side. The Arcane chart is still on the left side. I think this has now also been swapped sides. This as well. The Cracking Energy. Arcane Church still remain the same, right? Yeah, kinda. Yeah, then of course The Nether Tempest has been removed, I see. So a lot of abilities have been changed here, added into Arcane 3. This has been moved upwards from here somewhere, right? Was on this side. The Arcane Bombardment. Enlightenment has been also shifted from here towards here. Yeah. The Mana Gem has been removed, I see. So there's been quite a lot of change around the Arcane Spec 3. It seems to be more intriguing for now. Yeah, they also have removed, let's see, the Radiance Spark. This is gone, but remains with the Mage's passive, right? Or perk. Well, but what's new is here. They have the code Aether Attunement. You have 5 stacks of Arcane battery, consuming our stacks of battery, gain Aether Attunement. Your next Arcane missiles deals 150 damage increased to a primary target and fires up to 4 nearby enemies, dealing 100% increased damage. Aha. So this does like a direct damage with a potential 4 target type of a cleave damage, right? Okay. Sounds interesting. You can see also Presence of Mind has another node to choose with. You either have to go to 2 instant casts of your Arcane missiles, Arcane Blast, right? Or you have it now to go to Vision Wood that reduces your Arcane Blast by another 10 seconds on the passive side. So I would say Visit Wood is the winner. Even though the Presence of Mind is a winner if you need to move on quite a little bit, not have instant cast on the go, 45 seconds. I think Presence of Mind again needs some changes, a little bit change of how it used to work back in the days. Because back in the days, Presence of Mind would actually make cast some certain other proc. Because the Presence of Mind would allow you to cast some more instant casts, not just by Arcane Blast, and so some other pieces that has been changed to the so-called only to 2 Arcane Blast instant casts. And yeah, oh, this is for something else. Arcane Battery. Consume Clearcasting currents, increase spell damage by take up to 5%. During the time warp or similar effects, use familiar 5-4 bolt instead of 1. Damage from your Arcane family has a small chance to grant you up to maximum mana. Okay. data precision, bonus damage increased to 30%, late drinker, every 6 times you consume data precision, your next Arcane Blast echoes, repeating its damage at 25% effectiveness to the primary target and up to 2 nearby targets. Yeah, I can see this also has been changed, swapped. This our barrage used to be on the left side, and Arcane Harmony used to be here on the right side where lighting is. Well, Arcane Mage is definitely an interesting spec to see in Wolverine. I'm looking forward because I mean, I would say Fire Mage as always will be my primary interest. With Arcane will be now probably the second. And with the Frost, you have to see. I hope Blizzard you can also get some real work on the Frost spec because Frost spec needs a little bit to say more of a you would say friendly, not friendly, more interesting type of yeah. Otherwise, the hero talents. That's I'm gonna go on another time. Yeah. So that's the Arcane Mage update.